Wait, does Macron bring a guillotine?
No, because that's France's weapon, not Andorra's weapon.
Good point. Sorry, good point. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so funny if France did have a representative. It's like, what's your national regalia? Well, this seemed to be very important to our old monarchs. It kept coming up when talking about some of our monarchies. Hello, frienditos, and welcome to Win Stupid Prizes, the show where we ask the questions that nobody thought were worth asking. My name's Eddie, and I'm joined today by two people who have been asleep for 1,000 years, and they are Jamie.
I really needed that beauty sleep.
And Alex.
Kingdom Hearts birth by sleep reference?
Kingdom Hearts birth by... No, Kingdom Hearts...
Oh, don't do
How
this.
many days are there in 1,000 years?
Don't do this.
300.
Probably 358 over 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about right.
Oh.
Approximately.
Yeah. All right, friends, I have what I think is a really fun question for us today. Well, I hope it's a fun question. I think it'll be a fun question. Let's find out. My question is... What would you Highlander?
What?
I.e., what can there only be one of? And maybe you do some, like, power absorption, compelled to fight things in there. We'll figure that out as we go.
Beheadings.
But what would you Highlander?
Okay, easy.
Easy?
Easy.
Yeah, right. We have too many of these. Let's just have one.
Okay, I can think of a few things that applies to.
Monarchs.
Oh.
Monarchs? Okay, alright. So hang on. There can only be one monarchy?
No, monarch.
Right, okay, so hang on.
They inherit all the other monarchies?
I guess, yeah.
Wait, so does that mean that, like, so who's currently got a monarch? Obviously, England and UK currently has a monarch. Denmark?
I do have a list.
Or Sweden, one of them.
There's some fun ones.
But, like, the point I want to get to here is if in this fight, say, Charlie wins.
Yeah.
Big up, King Charlie boy.
Yep, he's now the Emperor of Japan.
Does that mean Japan is now part of the British Empire?
There isn't a British Empire anymore, Eddie.
Well, no, there will be if the monarchy
The
gets
sun
its way.
now rises again on the British Empire.
Notably.
Never sets again.
Look, okay, we could have said countries, but that would have been war, and war is bad. So,
Okay. Yes.
instead, the monarchs are fighting, there's going to be one monarch. It doesn't change anything about sovereign states.
Oh, so this is just like
There's just one king.
a different version of the Commonwealth.
Kind of, yeah.
Charlie is kind of the king of Australia and Canada, I want to say, maybe? For some
Yes,
reason?
and like Jamaica and so on.
Yeah, I think it depends on what power your monarch has, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, some monarchies are very monarchy, and some are like us, where we're basically a republic, but we have a king for funsies.
Yeah.
Right, but anyone that has a king, even just for funsies, is getting involved in this. There can only be one monarch.
Yeah. Okay, a few things here, though.
Sure.
To avoid the whole war thing, and because the way Highlander kind of works, this is a fight between specifically the monarchs. The monarchs themselves have to fight,
So they're not allowed help.
and I think they should have to wear their funky headgear, because otherwise, how do you know? And wield their regalia, or their regalia, whatever you're meant to say.
Oh, they get their monarch equipment.
Yeah, right? So, Charlie's got a big crown he's got to keep on his head at all times. That's a downside, because you have to balance it, because it's big. And he has to beat everyone to death with, like, the scepter.
Right, that's the only equipment you're allowed. And if you steal the relevant one from them, in this case the crown, that's their version of beheading.
If you get someone's crown, then you've beat them as well as if you killed them with your regalia. Yeah.
But you do have to balance their crown on top of your crown now.
That's why they say heavy is the crown.
Heavy is the head, you're right.
Oh, wait, I guess that makes the fight a bit weird. Maybe you're allowed a pile of crowns you've claimed.
Okay, right.
But you have to have the crown somewhere.
Yes.
You can't hire a butler.
Maybe you just, like, take a gem from that crown and chuck it into your crown to show that that's the power you've absorbed from the other
It
monarchs.
just gets bigger and bigger and hard to balance, yeah.
Heavy is the head.
Heavy is the head.
The regalia thing was inspired by Japan because one of their pieces of regalia is a sword called grass cutter, which is like,
Oh, shit.
it's their Excalibur, but they have it.
Japan was like, we need an Excalibur, but let's make it a real thing.
Yeah, right? They just have it in their thing. I think one of the other ones is a mirror.
Oh, this nonsense.
So, like, they can blind you with it. I don't know.
That's a shield, effectively.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's Zelda. It's a mirror shield, a sword, and then I think a jewel. I'm not entirely sure on the last one. But the regalia's fun. Having one monarch means, like, hopefully the upkeep on these things is a lot, like, lower. right? You just have to, like, everyone can pitch in a little bit. All the monarchies can pitch in a little bit.
Right.
To keep the one guy around.
Okay, rather than everybody having a lot of their tax money going to the monarch, their own monarch,
Yeah.
everyone just has a little bit of tax money going to the monarch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Ah.
And there's potential that the Pope wins.
Wait, but how is the Pope a king or a monarch?
Of the Vatican.
But they're elected, aren't they?
Yeah, but they're an elected monarchy.
Yeah,
Wait, what do you mean?
Oh, don't worry. I've got a funnier
That's how
one.
it works.
I'm not doing a whole list, but I do have a funnier one.
Right, okay, so the Pope, what other... I'm trying to think of, is there another, like, kind of king or queen that you would... Like, would the band Queen get involved?
If we can find Elvis, can we add Elvis? Because he's the king of rock and roll.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that the band Queen is a monarch, but Elvis is the king of rock and roll, right? So...
Okay,
yeah.
right. Yeah, if we find Elvis in that McDonald's in Ohio or whatever the conspiracy theory is.
Yeah, so yes, Elvis, no Queen.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so, like, there's a bunch of countries.
Yeah.
A few other, like, weird ones. But there's also a bunch of countries that aren't involved. Like, France being famously a republic.
Right. Well.
Wait, what do you... what do you mean, well?
So-
What do you mean, well?
France isn't involved, no.
Okay, yeah, as I said.
Andorra is involved.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
not
fine.
France.
And Andorra's monarch is a co-princedom between a bishop from Andorra and the current president of France.
What?
So France still has a representative
Yeah.
in Emmanuel Macron,
Yeah,
even though
Macron's
he's not
involved.
fighting on France's behalf.
Macron shows
Andorra
up.
gets double the chance here. That's crazy.
And he can only win it for Andorra.
Yeah, that is funny.
Or for, like, the co-princedom of Andorra. Also, he has to duke it out against his co-prince at the end, because there can only be one.
There can only be
You can't
one.
have two princes.
This is how Andorra settle their succession problem, by dragging in every other monarch into the...
This is how Emmanuel Macron could still win.
Admittedly, I think they're both they must both be elected because one's a bishop and one's a president. So it's like the Pope, right?
Bishop's elected, sort of, right? I guess. The bishop succeeds to the Pope depending on his specific church. It's also, the thought I had there is there's a real chance that Emmanuel Macron, because of the way monarchy succession works, there is a real chance that he is the youngest participant in this fight.
It might be his
There's
co-prince.
probably some young kings kicking around, but there are just
there's got to be some young kings, right?
It's mostly an old person's fight here. We've mostly got retirees
is,
duking
like-
it out.
Yeah, like, kings do tend to live long, thus the national anthem, God please make the king live a long time.
Turns out he's the same age as his co-prince. So
Oh, okay.
They might be
like-
the youngest people in there. They probably aren't, but they might be.
they're close. They're probably close.
They're going to be amongst
Yeah.
the youngest
So
in
they're
there.
gonna be one of the more
Mostly
spry ones,
60-plus-year-olds fighting. Oh, man, what a stupid duel to fight to look at. As all the OAPs just band together, be like, we're going to beat the young ones, got to keep the power with the boomers.
They've got them trotting around with the regalia and their crowns on, and then, like, Macron hands whatever Andorra's thing is off to the other guy, and he can just go around completely unencumbered and just take everyone
But therefore
out.
he gives up his power, as we earlier agreed that the
Oh,
regalia
good
is
point.
part
Yeah.
of the
crap.
symbolism. So if he hands it off, then he concedes.
Right, okay, my bet's on Japan because of the sword I know about, even though it's old and rubbish, and there's probably...
It depends how old Japan's emperor is currently.
Having a sword is an advantage here, right?
Yes, although a scepter is chunky.
Yeah, right?
A scepter is chunky, you can whack people on the head with it, and I guess if it's mostly old people fighting, like, it's just mostly whacking people on the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that most of them don't have a lot of fighting prowess, and therefore any object that's heavy is decent as a weapon.
Like the crown, and the head that wears the crown.
Yeah, but you can't take the crown off your head as previously established. You would concede the fight.
Wait, does Macron bring a guillotine?
No, because that's France's weapon, not Andorra's weapon.
Good point. Sorry, good point. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so funny if France did have a representative. It's like, what's your national regalia? Well, this seemed to be very important to our old monarchs. It kept coming up when talking about some of our monarchies. The guillotine.
And wait, no one can accuse me of being anti-patriotic because obviously Charlie's going to win, right? Yeah, definitely. Yep.
Yep.
Yes. Yep. All good.
Yeah, he's got a scepter. The crown's not that heavy. We got 3 items, don't we?
Yeah, probably an orb.
An orb, that's it.
The crown jewels has some good stuff in it, and you can blind them with the jewels.
You can clock them over the head with a stone of scone.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I also think that obviously everyone loved the British Empire, so Charlie would be well defended by all of his Commonwealth compatriots and so on and so forth. Definitely how that's, wait a minute, Commonwealth doesn't...
No. When you say Commonwealth compatriots, Eddie, he's the king of all of them.
Shit.
Yeah.
Right.
He's alone representing like 8 or 9
everyone
countries.
knows the British Empire was great for everybody.
Does Canada have like some... There might be some extra relics that you get from being...
Oh wait, does he get the
also king
regalia of Canada?
And
Oh,
Australia?
man.
I think still?
As long as only the crown is the thing that's important for, like, not losing the fight, he can use the rest of them as weapons. Just throw the orb at someone.
Well, I guess it
keep the
does
scepter
also
nearby.
weigh you down, and we don't have a holy hand grenade, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, we do have an orb, right? For all we know, that's...
You can smuggle a hand grenade inside the orb. Does he get the sword in the stone, even if it's in the stone still?
Well, if he can find Excalibur, then we're fine.
Yeah,
I know that's
okay.
not the same sword, because the Excalibur's at the lake and the sword and the stones are different, I think. Anyway, if he can get Excalibur, then he's going to do pretty well.
Sure.
Unless
Fair
Arthur
enough.
is the once and future king, and thus will come back for this Highlander tournament.
Oh, good
and
point. Is Arthur
win.
going to win? Oh, wait, no. Is the God Emperor of Mankind going to win?
The God Emperor
Say
of
more?
Mankind.
40k.
Oh, 40k! Huh. Is this how we decide the God Emperor of Mankind, actually? The winner of this tournament
Oh, yes, good point. Yeah.
becomes the God Emperor of Mankind.
Well, only the bits of it that have monarchies.
Yeah, it's a start.
Absorbs all their powers, becomes their psyker, or whatever.
Oh, yeah, as you absorb their powers, you become a psycho. Okay, we've solved it. We've solved the backstory to 40k.
I did not expect 40k to come up in a monarchy discussion.
Emmanuel Macron is the God Emperor of Mankind.
You did say, yeah, there is some power absorption going on. So I guess getting your kills in early is probably a strat.
That is part of the... Well, I think officially in Highlander, it just like the power is distributed evenly amongst all of the immortals. So it isn't like... Because I think the bad guy kills like several of them, but the good guy doesn't, but they're still evenly matched at the end. So I think it's more of a distribution, like a pool that they're all drawing from, than just absorbing them.
So it's just a coin flip.
Yeah.
But it is quite funny to absorb the other king's powers, to be like, if I kill some people quickly, I might be more tired, but I'm also just stronger. I gained the power of all these old people that I've killed.
The most important power there is the Pope, because now you become God's representative to the Catholic
He has
Church.
the power of God and anime on his side, you're right. You can bless people if you...
Or excommunicate them.
Does that help?
If their nation is Catholic and you excommunicate them, are they still the monarch?
Depends how their monarchy works, right?
Yeah.
Well, if that were the case, surely then the Pope would just be, much like Charlie is in for all of the Commonwealth, the Pope surely is in for all of Catholic monarchies.
Wait, how many of those are even left, actually?
Hopefully, like, 1 or 2.
Spain?
I don't know.
Wait, what do you say? Maine?
Spain.
Spain.
Spain is better than Maine.
Spain is, yeah, Spain, yeah.
The reign in Spain falls mainly in Maine.
Fucking wild if Maine was still a monarchy. One of the original 13 states that seceded from the UK. Like, no, Maine's like, we still want to be a monarchy.
But just by clerical
We just
error.
never got rid of the actual bit that said we're a monarchy in the Constitution.
But only Maine did that.
So yeah, there we go. It solves a lot of our problems.
Fucking wild.
I think it's pretty good.
Sort of, I guess.
So I'd like to bring in something else from Maine. And obviously that is another king, and it is the king of horror, Stephen King.
Wait,
Oh my
is he
God.
from Maine?
He's from Maine. He writes about Maine almost exclusively.
Yeah.
Wait, so the Eddie mishearing me was the perfect like teeing
I
you up.
accidentally set up the perfect fucking
You
segue there.
just gave me the segue, and so I had to use it.
Shit,
Yeah.
please. I'm so glad you did.
But yeah, I think we should not just Stephen King books, but all books. I think we should Highlander all books because there's a lot of books.
So there can only be one book.
There can only be one book.
Wait, so when you tell someone to read another book,
They can't.
because they're like obsessed with one book and don't know other books. They actually can't anymore.
It's not read a book, it's read the book.
Yeah, go read the book again.
Read the book, nerd.
Read the book, which I think probably sounds like a book talk thing. It's like, you're discussing the book, read the book. But yeah, read the book.
Book club is such a different now.
What are we doing this month?
Welcome to book
This month, I guess we'll read the book again. Maybe you read it in different chat. How does the book absorbing powers thing work? Is it you only
How does the book win the tournament?
Oh, we got a lot of questions to go over.
Yeah, I don't think it's a tournament where the books fight each other, because you can't do that with book.
Yeah,
okay.
You can club people over the head.
But it's just popularity contest, possibly.
Oh, like British best read that happened when I was a kid.
Maybe you go by genre first.
Oh, so you like have all the fantasy books, all the horror books, all the crime books. Like, right, yeah, all of non-fiction.
Yeah,
right. So you become the most generic book of each genre because you absorb all the power.
Wait, if this is a popularity contest,
yeah,
isn't the most likely win something like the Quran, the Bible?
Yeah, probably. It would probably be a book in the Old Testament if we're being honest, because of or like
something from the Red Book from China.
Yeah,
the Little Red Book.
Yeah.
The Communist Manifesto. Somehow it's
that leftist infighting would mean that doesn't win.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
You're absolutely right. Or would it be, because there's so much infighting, would it be that something like the dictionary wins instead?
But which language is dictionary? I guess the OED is the famous one, right?
Yeah, it is.
A merged dictionary that contains all languages.
Oh,
like
God.
the Omni Dictionary.
Well, as the dictionaries fight it out, they get bigger and bigger, and now they're so big you can just like drop them on the other books and they just crush them.
Just absorb their words as they go.
Yeah.
That's how the books... Whatever book wins, it will become the dictionary because it will have to contain all the words.
Yeah.
Whichever book wins, we lose.
No, because the other one is if it doesn't absorb the words, then the only words that are left are the ones that are in whatever the book is. So we need to find a book that has the most words in it so that we lose the least of language.
All of these words are in the Bible now.
Yes, if the Bible wins, yeah. Unless, as you said, it's only one book of the Bible.
Well, so you need, like, the Encyclopedia Britannia to win or something like that.
Yeah, but that comes in volumes.
Oh, God. Oh, so what if, like... M
volumes,
wins or something. That's so bad. It groups together for the fight, but then in the end, whichever one's chunkiest, so like A or E wins. We've only got E words now. Oh,
They
man.
team up. Yeah, no. One of the less popular letters sees the writing on the wall for the end of the tournament and betrays the other parts of the encyclopedia before the end and wins out as a result.
Please, Jamie, I was trying to construct a sentence with only E's with exactly everything everyone expected.
Yeah, but not allowed.
If you make me pick a different letter, I'm going to have to think again.
It's Q now.
Quite ridiculous.
Fantasy fans vote for like the Lord of the Rings, but then they're like, no, you got to. It's a book. And so they're like, okay, so like the Two Towers, and then you're like, no, it's a book. Two Towers, book 3.
Oh, the middle of
Lord
a
of the
trilogy
Rings.
winning is dumb anyway.
Yeah.
But the middle of the trilogy.
Oh no, okay. I've got the what's the middle? What's the middle? 50 Shades. It's 50 Shades something. 50 Shades.
Grayer.
Darker?
It's darker
Grayer.
the middle one, and Freed is the last one. Right? Yeah. 50 Shades Darker wins.
Grayer is funny though.
Yeah, you want like that's the cursed middle one. Is that or like Twilight? Is it? What's the mid? Is there a Eclipse one in the middle?
New Moon?
I can't remember.
Or New Dawn?
I think it's Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse. Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, Breaking Dawn. I think.
Right. Okay. Like just like the third book of a quadrilogy or something is beautiful.
And then Twilight, but it's written by Edward, or it's from Edward's point of view.
Oh, great. Yeah.
I mean, I've got like a 17-part series on my shelves though, and I could just pick like book 5 of those or something and confuse everyone.
Oh, it's book like 7 of the Wheel of Time.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Just the most awful way of doing it possible.
Well, there's no beginning or end to the Wheel of Time, so you know it makes sense to start in the middle.
I mean, hang on. We talked about mentioning like religious books earlier, they're bound in like the Bible is made up of a series of books.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
So Mark
Acts.
wins or something.
Numbers.
Or letters wins, like one of the more...
Corinthians 2? Are there 2 Corinthians or Kings 2?
There are 2
we're back
Corinthians.
on Kings again.
I don't think there is a book called Letters. I think it's
numbers.
Romans. It's Letters to Romans.
Yes,
But there is
yes.
numbers. Just before the Bible fans.
Yeah, there's numbers and then all of... letters is a category of Bible books.
A book, because they're called books within a subsection of the, like, a book winning is...
that was
dumb.
because the Two Towers has the same thing. There are 2 books in the Two Towers. So if the Two Towers won...
Yeah, there are 2 books in each of the 3 books of Lord of the Rings.
I think the only real solution here is to pick a book that, like, everyone can agree on, something uncontroversial. I'm thinking kids' books. The book that would win, The Very Hungry Caterpillar.
Oh,
one can
yeah,
disagree with
yeah.
that. Quality bit of fiction.
I mean, he ate all the other books, right? Until it turned
There
out
it
to be
is!
Butterfly.
There it is! Yeah, all the other books. You're absolutely right. We've done it. We've done it.
I'll vote for that.
We have successfully Highlandered books.
All right. Speaking of eating all the other books,
That's the segue.
what if instead of eating all the other books, we ate all the other podcasts?
Oh,
I'm
yummy.
saying there can only be one podcast, and it's ours.
Some would say that's too many already.
Some would say.
Ed, you know how the more people on a recording there are,
Yeah.
the more editing trouble you have.
Oh no!
Yeah.
If we
Jamie,
absorb
don't-
all the other
please don't
podcasts-
suggest what I think you're suggesting.
Won't you have like thousands of co-hosts who now you have to edit for?
Well,
Yeah, but only 3 or 4 can appear on a recording at once.
Oh, good point. Yes. Okay. So
that's true.
So, like, when Stupid Prizes, rotating cast becomes very rotating.
it takes forever to rotate through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's so rotated. I'm the constant for some reason. I'm still on every episode. I'd have to like call up 3 random people each time to be like, "Do you want to be on an episode of the podcast?"
How good are you at improv?
There's no question which podcast anymore.
We've got Griffin McElroy, Joe Rogan, and some sports bro.
That would also give me the power to choose who gets to voice their opinion on a podcast. So,
That's quite a good power.
Oh, good point.
Joe Rogan isn't getting on.
Oops. Sorry, we couldn't schedule Joe for another 50 years.
Joe's busy. He's doing whatever he's doing now that he's not got a podcast.
No, he's got a podcast. This one.
Yeah.
Other question: how are you going to make sure we win? Because I don't know how good we're going to be at doing that.
I'll fight anyone. I reckon I can beat anyone in a fight. We've established this in the past.
So is this all the hosts get in a ring and fight each other?
Well, in Highlander, you don't have to like all get. You sort of find each other and fight, right? So it can happen a bit slower than that.
Yeah,
With
that's true.
kings or monarchs, there is only like a few.
That's true. So I have time to recover.
With this many, you have to space it out a bit.
Because there are a lot of podcasts out there now.
Do we have to put them in a shrinking circle? Otherwise, there's going to be no chance because people could just spawn a new podcast in and win at the last second.
Oh, isn't that like Destiny? That's meant to like draw the Highlanders together.
Yeah, there's an event called the Quickening, I think, that is like a guarantee, a fixed point in time or some bullshit that like they will be fighting there. It's something
Okay,
like
yeah,
that.
we could just get to that.
Okay,
and-
so we have a
and-
podcast quickening.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just have to make sure we're in the last 2, and to do that, we like go under the radar, right? Like, we're not very well known. We just sneak in under there.
Yeah.
And then we can get to the last fight and just, it's a coin flip.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you got to think about like people are going to be targeting the popular podcasts first, surely. So like Joe Rogan's going to have a lot of people that want to take him down.
Yeah. So he's gone immediately.
You're right. So we slip in under the radar. All the Jim Bro podcasts fight each other because they want to be the best Jim Bro, and they're all up for a scrap probably. Look at them.
So there's only one of those to deal with left at the end, yeah.
Yeah, exactly right. All of the nerdy podcasts huddled together because they don't want to fight.
No, they only want to fight if there's dramatic irony for their actual play podcast.
Oh, right. They want to build up the tension, have a big bad.
Yeah.
They want Joe Rogan to emerge as like the ultimate villain or something, but instead
Yeah.
it's just some random Jim Bro that emerges. They're like, I guess he's the villain now. We built up the narrative in this way. I guess we'll have to spin it, sort of thing. And I could fight a bunch of nerds.
I mean, you are one, so...
Don't tell them that, Jamie. Don't tell them that.
Oh, you're working on your reputation as a fighter, not a nerd, to win through.
I simply have to for this.
Yeah, okay.
Simply have to. If they believe the narrative, they'll believe I'm stronger than them, and that's more important than end of sentence.
I don't need to finish this thought. Don't worry. I'm going to become the most popular. I'm going to become the only podcast, so any quality requirements we have go out the window.
There you go.
I don't need to finish my thoughts anymore because we've won podcast.
I don't have to be good at speaking if I'm the only person that they can listen to.
Well, no, because as you absorb powers, both podcasts get better audio fidelity, better ideas and speaking, and not umming and ahhing.
But that means we need to take some stuff out early, otherwise we're going to have no chance if we're against Dimension 20's magical podcast that has been infused with the power of 50,000 Jim Bros and
Oh god.
No, we get some of those though, because it spreads out.
oh, it spreads
Oh
out.
wait.
Yeah.
This means that by the end of it, the podcast has to capture every topic.
Yes.
Oh no.
Which is going to be a fucking nightmare
Oh, no.
for a conversation. Every episode is 10 hours long, so that every episode every topic can have 5 minutes attached to it.
I think we've created the worst
that's
podcast.
All right, guys, question today's what can we Highlander? We've got 5 minutes. I need one answer for each of you for 1 minute each, and I'm going to pick it up. Oh, God,
Oh,
terrible.
no.
Terrible. Squeeze in, like, nutrition opinions.
It's a mess. It's awful. You've ruined everything.
Oh, God, maybe I have.
I haven't had enough protein today.
Wait, but you also get all the podcast sponsors.
Yeah, I can pay someone else to edit the thousands of hosts. You're right.
But also, it's all sponsorship.
But we have to have 1,000 sponsored bits.
Yes, the whole podcast is just sponsorship
Oh my
sections.
God, there's so many sponsorships, and we can't be selective about it anymore. We have to take every sponsorship.
Yeah. Like, don't you hate not going to the doctor in America and having to sponsor that thing where you've got a doctor privilege thing?
Also, gamer subs. Also, mattresses. Also,
Yeah. I love mattresses. Yeah, that's a better thing. I love sleeping.
It's like people that say their Patreon like sponsors at the end of an episode. Instead, you say just your company sponsors, and this episode is sponsored by Company A, Company B, Company C, Company
and
D,
all
Company
the patrons of every podcast
And also,
ever.
thanks our patrons. It's 10 hours long, but 5 hours of that is just listing all of the sponsors and Patreon.
yeah, that's what everyone tunes in for.
I said 5 hours? 9 hours of that. There's 1 hour of episode. That's why our podcast, anyone that survives, you still get this podcast. Just went 9 hours naming things.
Don't forget to
that
rate us
sponsor
5
it.
stars on iTunes, but we don't have to because we're the only podcast.
Yeah, you may as well.
I mean, because it's the only one, everyone might as well use that sponsorship bit to actually listen to give them something to not think about the existential dread of existence. I don't know.
To have another 9 hours of entertainment on their commute or whatever.
Yeah.
We need to release 1 episode a month still. Maybe with all that money, I could probably get 1 a week working, you know?
I think the playtime would be a month.
Yeah, but with having to juggle all those hosts, you have to you have to like
I need a
schedule
month
for a
just
month
to get them all.
there. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. But everyone will be available now. It's fine.
Oh, good point. There'll always be someone available.
There'll always be someone available. That's it. The other way we could do the fight, I was thinking, is we have the logos fight it out rather than the hosts.
Okay.
We've got lots of sharp points on our logo.
That's what I'm thinking. We got a star, so we got 5 pointy bits on our logo. We got the upper hand here. I'm sure there are other logos that have weapons.
Someone's probably just got a dragon.
Oh, almost certainly.
almost certainly. There's an actual play podcast with a dragon.
Someone's got a podcast with just some guns on it.
Oh wait, there'll be a H.P. Lovecraft themed podcast probably, and Cthulhu is probably on the logo. Almost certainly. Or God.
Okay, fair enough. So we'll go back to square one and I'll just fight everyone.
Joe Rogan is on his own logo, so
Oh, that's why it's same either way then.
rip to Joe.
He has a third eye or something on his own logo though, doesn't he?
Oh.
So it's Joe Rogan with a third eye, which I don't think is much different from regular Joe
Yeah.
Rogan in a fight, if I'm being honest.
That one shoots lasers.
I don't think it does according to the logo.
A lot of podcast logos have their own hosts on them. If it's like a personality-based podcast.
That's true. A lot of them do, and I reckon Win Stupid Prizes trophy would win in a fight against a regular human most
Yeah,
of
we
the
could
time.
we just hit Joe Rogan over the head with it.
Yeah.
And then we hit, like, other podcast person over the head with it. I can only think of Joe Rogan. He is the only podcaster.
Well,
The fact that you
unfortunately...
can only think of Joe Rogan suggests that someone might be winning.
Yeah, that's a real
Yeah.
shame. That's a real shame. All right. I think we need to move on from this.
Yeah.
Speaking of being the only podcast, it's time for another earnest call-out. Friends, if you want us to have any chance of beating Joe Rogan, I simply need your help. If you're enjoying this episode, then please consider sharing this podcast with a friend that you think would like this similar pop culture nerdy bullshit that we do here. For whatever reason, marketing seems to be my absolute kryptonite, and despite my best efforts, I'm really struggling to get more numbers on this thing, and I think that people just telling their friends and families or anyone in their lives that they think would enjoy the show is the main way that I've seen any of our numbers ever go up. So I honestly think the only way that we're going to topple Joe Rogan's absolute monopoly on this podcast Highlander situation is through the power of friendship. Cheesy, I know, but it works. Thanks, friends. Now back to the episode.
Right, I'm going to go a bit more out there.
Okay.
Forget things that actually exist. You know how we've decided there's one, like, collection of measurements, right? The metric system, the imperial system, and, like, imperial sucks, we want metric, etc., right?
Sure, well, you've already named 2 collection of systems, but fair enough.
Yeah, sure, right.
So
like,
one of them is what you're saying. We have them to fight?
No, that's too complicated.
Okay.
I don't think people can understand this. We need to make it simpler.
Okay,
We
sure.
need to get the SI units to Highlander themselves so we can only have 1 unit left.
Wait. Are you saying there can only be 1 SI unit, or are you
Yes.
saying the SI units take over? You're saying there can be 1 SI unit?
Yes.
Why?
Why? Just to make things simpler. I just want to simplify the world.
Yeah,
why
okay,
why
fair
can
enough.
there only be one podcast? Why can
Yeah.
this is the question?
It's your
You brought
fault,
the
Eddie.
question.
It's your
You can't
question.
be mad.
All right, fair enough. I stand down. So what are the SI units again?
The 7 SI units.
Yeah.
Seconds for time.
Okay, that's fine.
Sorry, for everything. Meters.
Yeah.
Kilograms.
Yeah,
Amps.
Yeah. That's electrical current.
Kelvin
that's just a guy.
for temperature, for people at
Yep.
home who don't know that's temperature. Moles, which is amount of stuff
Yep,
for people who forgot GCSE chemistry. And candelas for like brightness, luminous intensity.
Luminosity.
Yeah.
Forget that lightness is one.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're saying that in your Highlander world,
Yep.
the SI units have a Highlander.
Yep.
At some point, seconds and meters get in a duel.
Yep.
A meter kills seconds.
Yeah, and now time is in meters.
Now we have
and then
the
the light year thing happens. Everyone's confused.
Right, so we've been recording for about 34 meters.
Well, I don't know. That might be like 0.34 meters.
We've done the castle run in over 12 parsecs or whatever.
Yeah.
So that already
I should have started with
happened in Star
that.
Wars.
That reference actually. Yeah, there we go. That makes
That
sense.
already happened in Star Wars. Okay, right. So can you still use kilometers, like things you can derive from a meter? Or is it
Yeah,
like...
So once meters there, you can still prefix it with like order of magnitude prefixes.
This recording's been going on for about a mile. It's crazy.
Right? Well, no,
Is that
no.
not allowed? No? Miles
That's
not
not
allowed?
allowed. Miles banned.
Okay.
It could be a silly unit. Like, it doesn't have to be. We could use a mole, but we could use one.
Yeah, mole would surely be the most useful one because it's just kind of a number. It's just like an amount of a
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, it doesn't have a unit.
Yes, although it is Avogadro's number. It does. Yeah, it's one. It's moles. Mole is the unit.
Yeah.
One mole
One
of thing.
Avogadro is just a form of mole.
A mole is an Avogadro's number of atoms.
Oh, there we go. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So we can measure in moles and avocados. That's good.
Yeah.
It's a measure of things. It's not a measure, like, you could have a mole of moles if you wanted to.
Yeah.
It's just a number.
Okay.
A huge amount of moles.
But it's a really big number, so I want it. That'd be funny for it to win.
It's a huge
because it's
number.
such an awkward number.
And then everything is so small.
Okay. So we've been recording for like 0.0000034 moles.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's so much. That is so much time.
Yeah.
Is it?
I don't think
Okay.
you realize how big moles are.
I wasn't going to say noughts for that long. I didn't have the
Oh
patience
yeah. Just keep
for
saying
it.
naught for a while.
To the power of 26.
I didn't have the patience for that.
It's 10 to the 23.
But 23 is a number, so we have to replace that with moles. It's
No,
moles all the way down.
no. We're replacing units, not numbers.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
but
sure.
these things cease to exist as they are killed. So, like, I'm imagining, like, in the fight, in the quickening, as we're calling it, which maybe isn't called the quickening because that implies that time is, like, a strong factor.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
In the thinkening.
In the measuring, Eddie. In the measuring.
Yeah, okay, in the measuring. That's good, I like that. Kelvin kills amperes. No, that doesn't make sense. What's actually a good one to make use of here? We're talking, like, seconds and meters again. Okay,
Yep.
So, like, the commentators are like, okay, so we're only 17 seconds into this fight, and
Right.
well, it looks like meters and seconds are getting into a fight. Wow, I can't believe that the fight's only been going for 23 meters, and meters has already killed meters.
Oh, I see.
Actually, you've made me think of an interesting thing.
Meters has killed meters because seconds doesn't exist anymore. I don't know.
Oh, no.
Meters has been eliminated. Meters is also eliminated. Amperes is eliminated. We're only left with meters and amperes.
Yeah, and now speed is measured in like
Meters per meter.
amps per Kelvin.
This fight is really heating up.
Well, no, it won't be. It will eventually be measured in amps per amps.
Yes, eventually it'll be amps per amps. Yeah, acceleration is
no.
amps per amps squared.
Oh, this is a nightmare, Jamie. This is a literal nightmare. What have you done to us? What's the most useful one to win?
Most useful? Candela, definitely.
Oh, because it's a candle.
It just burns the rest, I don't know.
Oh, that kind of works. You can measure everything in candles. Time is how long it takes for a candle to burn down. Meters is how long
need
the
a standard
candle
candle.
is. The
Yeah,
standard
just have a
candle.
candle, yeah.
Kilometer
Standard candle.
weight is the weight of a standard candle.
Yeah.
Ampere is the hang on, wait. Is that
Wait, are
energy?
Candela based off candles? Probably not anymore.
I think originally,
Maybe.
but like not anymore.
We have to go back to something like that. To
Wait,
make
no,
it work.
candle power was the unit, the old unit. It's not, Candela isn't candle power. Candle power is like horsepower, it's an old unit.
We could have horsepower win as well.
Horsepower is not an SI unit, it's a derived unit.
So You have derived
But
units.
it's one horse.
Oh, I guess I did say unit, didn't I? An SI unit doesn't have to win. Oh, crap.
Wait, you said SI units to begin with, but are we just doing units?
Initially, yeah, but like this is better if we just like units in general.
Just units in general.
So meters per second could win, and now meters per second is
No, but that's 2 units.
that's the unit of acceleration.
It's a derived unit.
Oh my word.
Sorry, units per meter squared. Yeah, it's acceleration.
So I think that frequency's going to win because that really hurts.
God damn
Yeah,
it.
oh, hurts. Oh, yeah.
God damn it,
yeah.
Alex. Fuck you.
We tangented it off. I do prefer SI units. It's just funny to think of something stupid like horsepower winning.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair. SI units, I think I wanted to mention here is because you talked about candles. And does that mean that when we drop all 7 SI units into because they're all derived by like scientific means now. Like they're all the vibration of an atom or something like that.
Yeah, I have the Candela one up because I was curious.
But there used to be like a meter rod, for example, that was like
Yes.
kept somewhere in France and things like
Yes.
that, or a physical kilogram. Can they use those as their weapons? They all get
Oh.
dropped in as their constant, but they all get the weapon to use, like the meter rod, the kilogram thing, the candle.
the kilogram wins that, right?
Does it? Well, does the meter rod's quite good.
But I guess what was the meter rod made of?
Is it made of wood, though?
No, it was made of some kind of metal, wasn't it?
I think it was a metal, because it lasted a long time.
But, like, a lot of them are now derived by, like, radioactive atoms or something, possibly?
They are. So the atoms are holding the weapon, is what I'm saying. Whatever they're now defined as is using whatever they used to be defined as their weapon.
Wait, so what? A cesium atom is holding I don't know what the old second is, but
Yeah, something like
the
that.
current one is based off the frequency in a cesium atom.
Yeah, now you're getting it.
But the candela is now represented by, I don't even know, just the concept of how much light comes out of something in a certain amount of time.
Yeah, so a bunch of photons are holding a candle.
The kilogram would crush a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, the kilogram is just going to crush all these other things, I'm pretty sure.
Well, you don't know how wily these things can be with their weapons.
Unless the amp is derived from an amp, as in an amplifier, in which case the amplifier would crush everything.
Oh, I imagine it's defined by, it was like something about a copper wire, probably. Seemed like it's
Yeah,
the way
almost
they would do that.
certainly.
So a current amp has to go and garrot the other units with a bit of copper wire.
Or zap them and hope they're prone to being zapped.
Pre-tournament, the representatives try and derive the best way of deriving this unit so that it has the best chance of winning. It's like a pre-tournament.
I'm like, oh, do we just give them to scientists? Do we just get like Ampere and Kelvin in a boxing ring?
Ooh.
But you have to fight it out.
People that they were named after.
The other ones aren't named after people, though.
Okay,
Just those two.
they're discoverers.
Yeah, or the person who standardized them, yeah.
Here, Newton, you get to jump in the ring for kilogram. Close enough.
Yeah, sure. Force and kilogram, that's the same thing. I'm a scientist.
Don't worry about it.
Look, I'm having to throw my scientific brain out of the box for this one.
Yeah,
'cause-
it's very silly.
Scientists love some hypothetical, theoretical bullshit, right? That's their whole thing.
Yeah, okay.
Think
yeah.
about it.
Yeah, this makes perfect sense, definitely.
It's better than a public vote because then feet would win.
I don't know which version of the joke you were going for there, and I'm not going to interrogate it.
Both!
That was the idea.
Flawless joke. Moving on. I want to move on to some different scientific bullshit.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
Well, more mathematical bullshit, I realise. Because I think there should only be one infinity. I don't really understand why there's more than one infinity. They're all just the concept of it, like, going on forever. So why do we need more than one? Let's just have one infinity, boys.
Eddie, is this just a personal gripe that you've decided to bring up in a podcast?
Yes, it is. I
Okay.
don't understand why there needs to be more than one infinity. I can understand you could chuck a negative sign on the front, though I think that there's no point in that. There's still just one infinity, and it's when it goes on forever.
If there are any mathematicians listening to this podcast, they will email you after this podcast airs.
That's fine. You can email us at what's our, we don't have a podcast email address. Email the business email address, business@hexagorgon.com, to sponsor the show or have a go at me for maths.
So, assuming that mathematicians kind of, like, there are multiple infinities probably for a reason.
Not anymore, there ain't.
They just have to make it work.
How do they square this circle?
How do they
Are we
square the
going-
circle? Whenever they need infinity, it's that one.
They just use this one.
Yes, there is one infinity, and so whenever infinity comes up as a concept, there it is. You know what it is now. It's that infinity. We're all good. We don't need more than one infinity. It's fine. We're going to outlaw any other kind of infinity to make sure that no mathematical bullshit happens.
Is negative infinity allowed?
Not if it's a different kind of infinity. If you chuck a negative sign in front of regular infinity,
Negative infinity is a different number to positive infinity, right?
that's
Because
I
heresy.
think
It's
so.
negative.
That's
Like, if you
heresy.
put it on a
Might not
number.
be.
Heresy. We're back to Pythagoras. If you don't like our mathematical ideas, we will drown you.
Indeed, you're going to be thrown in jail for talks of this. New infinities? No, I don't think so.
Talking about heresy, that's how you figure it out, right? You do a Council of Nicaea style mathematical debate meeting.
Okay.
Where they have to like fight it out and work it out and come to a conclusion. They pick the infinity, and then any other people who believe the other infinities, they become the heresies, and then you have to kill them in a crusade.
Perfect.
Would this not get filibustered to fuck? Because mathematicians would be like, no, I need my version of infinity because it makes my theorems work.
Yeah, but
And
that's what
then,
the killing's for.
like, I see. So after a certain time, like, you have to vote. And once you've voted, this is mathematical orthodoxy, and we will murder anyone else who disagrees now.
Yeah.
Look, we only have one infinity, and it's not time. Therefore, we have to set a time limit. You can't have infinite time to debate this.
And then minus infinity wins, and it's just really awkward.
It might, and that's fine as long as we all agree that that is the one infinity.
Oh, that would be so awkward. My limits.
Oh, wait, we're integrating in limits from minus infinity to minus infinity.
Yeah, well, you just called it infinity at that point, right? It would just be infinity to infinity.
A good point, yes.
Would it be heresy, or would mathematicians just invent another very, very, very big number that they kind of,
Well, like 7.
just for the sake of argument, we call this infinity?
Oh, right. You just relabel negative infinity as omega or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, that's heresy. That's suggesting there's another really big number that represents numbers going on forever.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you're right. We do need some, like, infinity defender squadron that has, like, we just turn the infinity symbol on its side and have them just, like, going around quashing heresy wherever it arrives.
That's the biggest. That's the biggest number. Infinity on its side. Yeah.
the biggest number.
So this is probably how you derive this, is you see how many proofs get deleted from maths with each different infinity deletion, and you're like, well, the one that saves the most maths wins.
the one that keeps the one that keeps the most intact.
That would be a sensible way of doing it. Maths can readapt.
The one that breaks maths the least is what you're going for.
Yeah.
I mean, there are, like, I'm sure mathematicians can work around it.
That's probably just normal positive infinity.
Well, yeah, it probably is a normal positive infinity.
They probably make imaginary number 2.
Well, I too, yeah.
Again, that's another orthodox, another heresy. Just say for the sake of argument, this thing existed.
I is undefined and therefore is not infinity, so we're okay there, right?
Yeah, but I too. This time it's personal.
Okay, if they're trying to use I2 in place of infinity, we're going to have to send the infinity defenders round to quash them.
Yeah, but then a disagreement splits out and we get a schism in mathematics. And then we have the mathematics pope and the mathematics anti-pope. And then...
Well, thankfully you solved that earlier because there can only be one pope or king, as the case may be.
Good point.
So we
Yeah,
don't have to
that's a good
worry
point.
about that. All we have to do is get the pope on board with our one, or the king on board with our infinity, and we'll be fine.
That's how you decide all the other Highlanders. Yeah, you just get the new king to decide. He's the king of decisions.
Mathematicians are smart. They can find some workarounds. Like, there's that thing that, like, there was one of these, like, series that sums a bunch of numbers and finds out that the limit is minus a 12th.
Okay, yeah.
And so they'll find workarounds. They don't need infinity. They can have minus a 12th instead for that.
Yeah, that definitely works. That's not a sneaky way that makes things end up at a value. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the spirit. They'll figure it out. They're smart. They're smarter than me anyway. I need one infinity to get my head around it, so that they got to do the smart stuff and figure out how to work around the one infinity.
They've got infinity, and they've got infinity in brackets with a minus in front of the bracket, so it's not affecting the infinity, it's affecting the brackets, and we're fine.
It's borderline. The infinity defenders are going to come around and investigate, but they're not going to quash you off the bat.
The Spanish infinitiquation? No.
Inquisition?
Sure.
Is that?
Inquisition?
I mean, we're calling calling them the Infinity Defenders because, everyone loves Marvel, so they'll probably be on board with that name.
Yeah, that is a superhero squad.
Yeah.
We are the Infinity Defenders. And then they become villains.
Yeah, they're definitely not evil, don't worry about it.
Is that sillier or less silly than the Ultimate Ultimates?
The Ultimate Ultimates.
I think it's about as silly.
Yeah, okay.
Comics are silly is the real answer there.
Infinities are silly as well, so it works out.
One comic book publishers. Anyway, go on.
No, what I did bring is transport. Because, there are too many forms of transport. Getting from A to B shouldn't be that complicated. What if there was only one? What if we had them joust each other, and then whoever wins is the form of transport?
Wait, is this your train apology, Gio? Like, you're just
Somewhat. I mean, trains are big, and they move fast.
Okay.
I'm going to pick a type of tournament that massively benefits the transport I want.
Wait, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Planes.
How are you running this joust? Is it a tank jousts a boat? Or is it a train riding a horse jousts a boat riding a horse?
Or is it a human riding a train jousts a human riding a plane?
Oh, but I
of
also
these are
want a
great
horse
options.
to ride a horse. Like a horse clad in armor riding a regular horse.
Probably loses to a plane still.
Does it though?
Goes through the engine. Oh, God.
Because think
no.
about it. If
Oh.
a plane is trying to ride a horse, it can't really participate in the joust.
Are you trying to make horse win?
I'm trying to make it not so one-sided, is what I'm trying to do. The plane can't just blat them with the engine. A joust requires the use of the lance. So the plane has to hit them with the lance.
They try to use the lance. The engine's an accident.
You're not allowed to punch someone. That's illegal and banned. If you like slit someone's throat with a knife in mid-joust, you would be disqualified from the tournament. You have to de-horse them with the lance.
After the joust, they get off the horses and beat each other with swords.
That's when they both knock each other off, right? So you have to legitimately knock the other one off with the lance. So if the plane just engines them to death, it gets disqualified. If it can attach the lance to the engine and knock them off with the lance, then that's fine.
Okay, so the plane, in its first joust against like a human on a horse,
Yeah.
it can't help. It's not trying to. It can't help it.
Yeah.
The human goes to the engine just because the engine's there.
Right, plane gets disqualified.
Because the plane's massive. And then the plane gets disqualified, but walking is dead.
Yep. Sorry, walking.
We got more humans. That's fine.
But walking lost the tournament.
But unfairly so.
So now you have to get the train to the bus stop.
You might do.
Yeah.
But the bus stop
Although-
is also a train.
A train stop.
Yeah.
But if the train won the tournament, then you would have to get the train to the train stop to get the train to the train station.
Yeah.
To get the train
To the train port.
into town.
What
To the
counts as a
port.
train? Because, train is quite a lot of things. Like,
A miserable pile of carriages.
a miserable pile of
Yes.
like, is a roller coaster a train? Is a tram a train? Is a
How
light rail a train?
far are you breaking it down?
How far are we breaking it down?
Is walking different from running is different from hopping?
Yeah.
Do we have heats?
Yeah, do we need like a train off so the ultimate train wins?
So we have a person heat, track heat, air heat, water heat, wheel heat.
Oh, so you have a separate tournament
Yeah.
for each version of transport, and then the winner of those go into the ultimate tournament.
Yes.
We can call it the Quickening once again because it is about speed and transport.
But that implies speed is important.
The trippening, I'd like to suggest.
That's a lot better. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I want a horse on a horse to win, I'm not gonna lie.
On a horse to beat a horse on a car? No.
So we can all get around by horse.
Sorry.
We're going back to horses. It's traditional.
Yeah, right.
So much better than trains.
The perfect jouster. We've already worked out what the perfect jouster is, and it's a knight on a horse. So therefore, we have to. Hang on, jousting wins as the mode of transport. You have to ride around in armor on with a lance.
Okay, this could help with climate change.
This could,
What,
unless
horses?
planes won.
If walking or riding wins, or cycling,
Yeah.
yeah.
global economy collapses because we can't transport goods anymore.
And therefore, we save the world.
No, we just have to adjust, right? Because if a plane won, you would just have to make a smaller plane so that people could take a plane to their kitchen and make dinner.
Personal plane.
Yeah, you see, like the Wallace and Gromit little plane that he has, that sort of thing.
Wait, helicopter wins, and then everyone has to get good at an extremely complicated form of transport.
Do you think helicopter would win? It might actually. You could
Those
put a little-
blades, come on.
Those
You could put a
blades.
javelin on the feet of the helicopter so it could actually participate in a legitimate joust as well. Helicopter might actually win.
I don't know if you put the lance on the blades.
It would be really hard to beat a helicopter in a joust, now I think about
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Like the amount of force needed to lift a helicopter off the ground does
Yeah.
make a helicopter a fairly good candidate for this tournament.
It's also surprisingly maneuverable.
Well, to be fair, you only have to knock the helicopter off its horse. So
True.
maybe it wouldn't be impossible.
She's got the horse, she's hooked the horse through the
Strapped
legs.
to the underside of the helicopter, absolutely panicking. The helicopter has to, win fast, because it knows the horse will kick off its, straps eventually.
I mean, it probably would win fast, as discussed with the force behind it and the blades and stuff. Yeah.
And the blades and stuff. Oh my word, this is a nonsense.
It's also one of the few bits of transport that can kind of go sideways.
Kind of, yeah, you're right. It is multi-directional.
So it can sidestep the lance.
Trains are multi-directional if the track's there.
It's got a turntable at the end of the jousting arena, so it can come back.
What? But it can turn.
Exactly.
It can turn in midair. What are you talking about?
No, Alex mentioned trains can
I
be...
said trains, not
if
planes.
There's enough track for
sorry.
them.
That's how a train loses. It doesn't get to the first round, and it takes so long to turn around. It gets disqualified. There's a time limit.
Yeah.
There's a driver on both sides so that it can immediately do it.
Oh, there you go. Now you've thought about it.
Oh, yeah, wait, yeah, there's an engine at both ends, yeah. It's
Yeah,
fine.
okay. So they just need a little bit of track to go onto the other side to be on the other track. Okay. Are you saying that the final match will be helicopter versus train?
Yeah.
Clearly.
Which happens in video games a lot.
It does. You're right. It does happen in video games a lot. And yet horse still somehow wins.
What a sentence.
The protagonist with the rocket-propelled grenade normally wins, but sure.
Okay. All right. So we're all going around in little helicopters now.
Yeah. You know those little helicopter hats?
That's so
Oh.
good. We make them powerful enough to...
That
Oh.
we just turn
To
them
lift
up.
us in the air.
Yeah.
We were promised flight by 2026 from science fiction films, so we should get it.
Yeah,
should get
it's
on
about due. I agree.
Good work. Okay. Well, we have an answer for that one. So that's that's straightforward. All right. Do you think it's time to pick a winner?
Yeah. Who's the judge?
Well,
Good question.
sort of all of us, right?
Mm.
I think for my money, I might have to give it to Monarch. I did enjoy that discussion.
I do like the Monarch of Monarchs, the King of Kings.
Oh, the King of Kings. Oh, good point. Yeah, that's... Oh, I hadn't thought about that term.
You had some really stupid way of bringing in extra people, and they had weapons involved. I did enjoy Monarchs.
You can visualize it a lot better.
Yeah.
Right? Like, while I was being silly with SI units and stuff, it's hard to work out what that looks like.
Yeah, it has a real clean image. Also, as fun as Transport wants, we know who's going to win, so there's not much point in making a movie about it.
Yeah.
Whereas Monarch, I don't know who's going to win.
I mean, I'll take it. Eddie's suggesting that I win.
Is that what Highlander 2 is? It's actually just the King's...
Isn't it like Highlander 6?
There can only be one Highlander. Ignore that. Cut that out.
Good point.
Well, then what do you mean Highlander 2? The only Highlander 2.
So congratulations, Jamie. We've decided to hand it to you for Monarch.
Yay.
There can only be one Monarch. I think that would be better for the world. The revival of the British... Wait, hang on. No, wait, not that.
The revival of the Andorran Empire.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, right, what do I win?
You don't win anything. There isn't a prize.
Why not?
Because there can only be one prize and we've already given it out.
Oh, what? When? Last week?
So thank you for joining us, everybody.
Oh.
We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Can only be one episode. No,
Thanks for
no.
listening to Win Stupid Prize.
There can only be one episode 62.
Thanks for listening, Anonymous Data Point. I know everyone tells you this, but as a tiny independent outlet, we really do need your support. So if you've enjoyed this stupid episode, please subscribe on whichever platform you're listening on. If you're feeling extra generous, you could rate and review us on Apple and Spotify. 5 stars, please. Or more importantly, you could recommend this show to a friend. Regardless of whether you do any of that, we really appreciate your listenership, and we look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Well, you'll see us anyway. I mean, not see exactly. Nah, you get the idea. Excellent.
I hate the fact that as I was counting up the numbers to 17, I was like,
did you think 6 and then also 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it constantly in Magic yesterday.
Yeah.
It was like
Am I right,
someone said
kids?
the number 6 and the number 7. and
It
I'm
was
like,
me.
"Fuck, it's gone in my head.
Yeah.
Dumbasses, you idiots.
Yeah, we memed ourselves.
And now I've got a stinger, you fucks. Everyone will know that your brain rotted, you fools.
AJ did a thing for 6 and then did a thing for 7 in a row.
Okay, right. But then you would have tap 6, blah, tap 7, blah.
No, it was 2 triggers and
Oh, okay.
she was like, okay, I'm going to trigger my commander for 6 and then for 7.
Yep, fair enough. And,
Yep.
and then you all looked at each other, pog champs on your faces.
That's the meme number now.